Alright, let's kick things off by rewinding the clock way back. Archaeologists have found evidence suggesting that our ancestors were chomping on various natural substances as far back as 9,000 years ago. These early chewing gums were a far cry from the brightly colored, super sweet products we have now. For instance, the ancient Greeks, known for their philosophy and art, also had a penchant for chewing. Their go-to substance was mastic, a resin derived from the mastic tree. They believed it had medicinal properties, helping with oral hygiene and even freshening breath. Across the Atlantic, Native American cultures had their own versions of chewing gum. They commonly chewed on the sap from spruce trees. This resinous material would have had a distinct, earthy flavor, nothing like the fruit explosions we associate with modern gum. The key takeaway here is that these early gums were fundamentally different. They weren't engineered for elasticity or sweetness. There was no bubble factor to speak of. The texture would have been quite different too, perhaps tougher, more resinous, and certainly not designed to be blown into impressive spheres. These were the true originals, the organic precursors to a global sensation. People observed their environment, experimented with different plants and saps, and discovered substances that satisfied this innate desire to chew. These practices laid the groundwork, albeit unknowingly, for an industry that would eventually sweeten the lives of millions. These ancient chewing traditions highlight a universal human behavior. Before the factories, the marketing, and the iconic pink color, there was just nature and human curiosity. Fast forward to the 1800s, a period of incredible innovation and industrial change. John B. Curtis took the local tradition of chewing spruce tree sap and turned it into a commercial venture. He began selling state of Maine pure spruce gum. The introduction of paraffin wax as a base for chewing gum was a significant development. Sweetened and flavored paraffin wax gums offered a smoother, more refined chewing experience. Chewing gum was on its way to becoming a treat for the masses. Now let's jump to a truly pivotal moment, the year 1928. The hero of this chapter is a man named Walter Deemer. Walter wasn't a chemist or a seasoned gum developer by trade. He was actually an accountant at Fleer. The company had been trying for years to create a gum that could be blown into bubbles. Their previous attempt, a product called Blibber Blubber, was a sticky disaster. Deemer took it upon himself to experiment with new formulas. He was looking for that magic combination of ingredients that would make the gum stretchy and elastic, but not overly sticky. Then, one fateful day, it happened. Walter Deemer stumbled upon a formula that seemed promising. The gum he created was less sticky than previous attempts, and crucially, it was incredibly stretchy. The only food coloring readily available in the factory at that moment was pink. So he mixed it in, and thus, the iconic pink color of bubblegum was born. Deemer's persistence and his unintentional breakthrough revolutionized the chewing gum industry and created a cultural icon. With the invention of Dubble Bubble, the stage was set for bubblegum to explode onto the scene and become more than just a candy. It became a cultural phenomenon. The late 1920s and 1930s saw this new, exciting product capture the imaginations of people everywhere, but it particularly resonated with one demographic: kids. For children, bubblegum wasn't just something to chew, it was a toy, a skill to master, and a symbol of fun. The ability to blow bubbles, to see who could blow the biggest one, became a playground pastime. However, the meteoric rise of bubblegum faced a significant hurdle: World War II. Like many consumer goods, the ingredients needed to make bubblegum, particularly the latex for the gum base and sugar, became scarce due to wartime rationing. During the war, American GIs often carried and shared regular chewing gum, which helped spread its popularity internationally. Post-World War II, as rationing ended and economies began to recover, bubblegum production roared back to life. The demand was higher than ever. A new generation of kids born during or just after the war discovered the joys of bubble blowing. The 1950s in particular saw bubblegum become deeply ingrained in youth culture. Bubblegum wasn't just something you chewed, it was part of the experience of being young. Let's dive into some amazing and fun facts about bubblegum. Did you know bubblegum has been to space? Astronauts chew gum to help with ear pressure changes. Bubble blowing records are a competitive sport. Chad Fell holds the record with a 20-inch bubble. Bubblegum pink became iconic by accident. And no, swallowed gum doesn't stay in your stomach for 7 years. And there you have it, folks. the surprisingly long, incredibly fascinating, and delightfully sticky history of bubblegum. From ancient civilizations chewing on tree resin to Walter Deemer's accidental pink invention, and all the way to astronauts taking it to space, it's been quite a journey. Who knew that something as simple as bubblegum could have such a rich and layered past? It really makes you appreciate that little piece of chewy fun in a whole new way. I hope you enjoyed unwrapping this story as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. It's a testament to human ingenuity, the power of a happy accident, and how a simple pleasure can become a global cultural icon. The next time you pop a piece of bubblegum in your mouth and blow a bubble, maybe you'll think of its ancient origins, or the accountant who changed candy history forever. It's these kinds of stories that make even the most ordinary things extraordinary. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the history of bubblegum, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Let us know in the comments what your favorite bubblegum memory is, or if there are any other everyday items whose histories you'd love for us to explore. We love hearing from you. Until then, keep chewing, keep learning, and we'll see you next time.